Rand Water's extensive maintenance project to upgrade Gauteng's water infrastructure is now entering its final phase. The 37-day project, which began on the 22nd of June, is aiming to ensure a reliable water supply in the province. Joining us now to discuss progress so far and perhaps what residents can expect is Rand Water Spokesperson Makenosi Maroo, who is with us via our video link this morning. Great to have you with us, Makenosi. Thanks very much, as always, for making time. Quite some time has now passed since this project began. As I mentioned there, we're now entering the final phases, and there had been some kind of power-related hiccups along the way. But as a start, how would you rate how the project has progressed so far?
Good morning, Ayanda, and good morning to the viewers. Ayanda, we started on the 22nd of June. It's an extensive maintenance project, as you indicated, and it's a proactive one. The reason why we're undertaking this project is really we want to ensure that we enhance our system with regards to really conserving the integrity and the reliability of our system. So we have completed a number of projects. I can actually mention one of the biggest projects that we did. We worked on the Swartkopis pumping station, where we were cleaning and actually changing the valves. We also worked at the sedimentation tank. That's where we purify water in Vereeniging. We changed a number of pipelines, and we were ahead of schedule. Now we are moving to the next phase, as you indicated, where we will be in Bosch, where we are going to be replacing defective valves.
What's your sense of how this project has fared so far?
You know what? We believe that the project is going very well. We have completed a number of major projects, and we are saying, yes, we have completed this project, but some areas are still experiencing low water pressure, and we are advising the residents to please consult their municipalities if there are challenges, because we have an agreement that if people are experiencing low to no water pressure, the municipality will be able to provide with roaming or stationary tankers.
Yeah. You know, the message that was kind of sent at the start of this project is that, residents should just take this short-term pain for long-term gain. Help us better kind of distill what we're likely to experience once this project is done. In other words, should we anticipate a whole lot more of an efficient kind of running of water systems in the country? Should we anticipate another kind of major project to try to continue with these upgrades? Where are we in this more grand plan to make sure that, the infrastructure is more durable than it's been so far?
All right. The reason why we are undertaking this project is precisely to improve the reliability and efficiency of our water infrastructure. So we want to ensure that in the long term, we are able to supply water, uninterrupted water supply to our customers. So we're talking about water supply for the current and future generations. So we are saying we are going to continue with maintenance as part of Rand Water asset management plan. So every year we are continuing with these plans. But the reason why we are having this extensive proactive maintenance plan is because for the past few months we could not do any maintenance. If you recall, we had water supply challenges. We were also suffering with power supply. So there were a number of issues that really prevented us from working on the system. So we chose to work around this time, winter time, where we know that it's low season in terms of water demand.
We are reaching the final stages of the project, as I mentioned before, and I wonder if you have a better sense of whether or not you've been able to keep up with the budget that's been allocated in order to try and see through these improvements.
I think we'll be able to look back and say once the project has been completed, because we still have a number of projects. It's not a lot of them, but we still have a number of projects we have from today up until the 29th. At the beginning of the project, we'll be able to sit down and see exactly where we are with regards to our budget. At the moment, we are taking it as we go. We are implementing the plan. Then we'll be able to discuss budget, lessons learned, and where to from here.
Okay. And are you where you thought you would be at this stage of the project, given your own initial plans?
Actually, we are ahead of schedule. Yes, the 15th, it's today, it's a new project, but the other projects that we're supposed to have finished on Saturday, they were finished on Wednesday, some of them on Thursday. So we are well ahead of the schedule.
All right. And, we spoke briefly just about, some of those hiccups along the way, and you made mention of the power interruptions that we've seen. Currently, City Power, for example, is dealing with all manner of major outages caused by a myriad of issues, including overloading, crime in some instances. In what ways is that having a bearing on your ability to have a seamless run of this entire project? Do you see that, for example, as a major threat potentially down the line?
Yes, with the previous ones, definitely, because remember, we were relying on City Power and Eskom with regards to power. But with the one where we are working at Sekerbosch, it's our primary pumping station. So we don't get any load shedding. If there are power trips, they come on board. Obviously, the power suppliers, they come on board to fix whatever issue that we have. So we are working on a key national point. We are working on a system that we know that it has to be guarded, it has to be supplied with power 24 hours. So we are confident that we are going to be finishing this project on time.
Yeah. Some academics in some instances have told us that one of the major issues when it comes to, water supply, not only in Gauteng, but certainly around the country, is just the amount of resource we lose in the form of things like leaks. Are you able to quantify the extent to which this particular project will help solve that specific problem?
All right, look, we are looking into Rand Water's pipeline with regards to our leaks. Our leaks are less than 5%. So we are looking to even decrease that number. But with regards to municipalities, we know that we are losing over 40% in terms of non-revenue water. It's water that has been purified, but it's not reaching its final destination in terms of reaching a resident. So municipalities are working on their projects. I know that they are also working on their projects as we are working on our projects as Rand Water. So we are working simultaneously. They are also fixing their leaks and other problems
fair
in the
enough.
systems.
Because it's winter, of course, there's a lot of focus on power. People need to keep warm, and so that increases demand. But I wonder to what extent you're happy around just how residents have been using water since you've started this project.
You know what? I think it helps because it's winter. We know that it's a low demand for us. Hence, we decided to take this project during this time. The issue is now coming in August. That's the beginning of our peak season. We are preparing for that. The metros are the highest consumers. We are meeting with the metros every morning. We are studying the demand patterns, the consumption patterns, to ensure that we are able to to supply, we are able to meet the demand, but also to manage how consumers or residents, how they use water in terms of conservation. So we are going to have campaigns, we are going to be educating, communicating, but also our technical teams are really on the ground with municipalities to ensure that we don't have that recurrence. Every year we're saying it's a peak demand, people should use water sparingly. For this time we're saying we are going to be prepared and we'll be able to supply water.
All right, we certainly hope so. Makenosi Maroo, thanks very much indeed for giving us updates at various points of this particular project, including now.